Hey gang, TWEF1701 here, and some of you have asked questions and wanted me to make a video on how to get X-Men vs. Street Fighter working with OpenEMU. So here we go. Open up your browser, go to openemu.org. Next to download, click on that little arrow and choose the experimental. Save the file to whatever location you want. In this case, it'll be my downloads folder. The reason you want to choose the experimental is the experimental version has MAME in it. The regular version pretty much only does consoles and some other emulation, but you want the MAME. So once you're done downloading, go to the folder you decided to download it in. This is the folder right here, the downloads folder. Don't mind some of the other stuff there. I'm actually using my son's iMac, which has never had OpenEMU installed on it before. So this way we could do a fresh install. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that zip file, unzip it, and boom, you got OpenEMU right there. You're also going to need two other files. You're going to need the X-Men vs. Street Fighter ROM and qsound.zip. It is very important you get qsound.zip. That is key. So you're going to do is right click on OpenEMU. You're going to click on open because it is an unsigned internet file and Mac does not like that. So those of you wondering, I am running El Capitan on my son's iMac. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go through pretty much the default setting here. Doesn't really matter unless you want to change things. Now, over on the left there, you have Arcade. That's where you're going to drag the X-Men vs. Street Fighter ROM. That's xmvsf.zip. That's going to automatically put it in your library folder, and you're going to be ready to go. Now, if we just try to run that, it's not exactly going to work. So what you need to do is you need to find where your library is right there. So you're going to go in your preferences. That's your extension right there. You're going to go with that folder. I have my library folder hidden from my son, so I automatically know the path. So you're going to go to the application support. This is the default. OpenEMU, game library, ROMs, and Arcade. This is where you're going to drag your qsound.zip file to join your X-Men vs. Street Fighter ROM. The qsound file is actually the emulation board. Now before that, if you try to run that, there, ROM cannot load. That's what probably a lot of you are getting. Once we add the qsound in, that's going to emulate the board, and ladies and gentlemen, voila, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Now, the important thing is this is the Euro ROM. This is a parent ROM. If you're not sure what parent ROM are and child ROMs are, do a little reading on it. You do need the parent ROM. Again, I am not going to tell you where to get this ROM. That is up to you to figure out. So I think you're all big boys and girls and can figure out how to get your own ROMs, considering it's something Uncle Google can tell you. But as you can see, runs just fine. The audio is great. So you just got to make sure those two files are in your Arcade folder inside of your library. And that's it. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Hope this was a help, guys.